Hello everybody, this is Ray Gelato and welcome to Gelato's Parlour, my series of podcasts. As I said, I am Ray and I'm a band leader, singer, a storyteller, world traveller, singer, saxophone player and now a podcaster. And first and foremost, I would just like to thank you very, very much for your lovely feedback because this has only been going a very short time. And I do really appreciate the feedback we've had on iTunes and on Twitter and on Facebook and the really nice things people have said about these podcasts. That first one, that how I got the name Gelato, people were really interested in that. And I always try to be a bit humorous here. And thank you, and thanks a million for doing that. I appreciate it. Now, I'm going to get straight to the point, and I'm trying to find some subjects to talk about on these podcasts. And one is actually something which we look at as a bit of a curse in the entertainment industry. And no matter whether you're a stand-up comic, a singer, a vocalist, a band leader, whatever, an actor, actress, it's the guest list. It is the guest list. Now, I don't want to be offensive to anybody here, because I'm quite a welcoming person, so I do like to invite people to come to the gig. The guest list is also really supposed to be for family, close friends, people that we have invited, and also business people, clients who want to book us for festivals or private things or whatever. But I do find that sometimes there are serial abusers of this guest list thing, and it can get very, very annoying because for weeks leading up to a concert or a gig, one will get persistent barrage of Facebook messages, of texts, of emails, or all these kind of thing, asking if they can come in on the door, you see. Now, so many of my colleagues in this business, and I'm not going to mention any names, but we will talk about this another time when I do interview a few other musicians and people in the entertainment world, feel exactly the same as me. The thing is, no one's really said it, and I don't want you to get the wrong idea, because I value and love my fans, and we all the people in the band love our fans. They stick with us throughout the years, and they're the most lovely bunch of warm people, and we see the same people coming back year after year after year, and also bringing their friends, bringing their families. If they are a family that have come to see us, sometimes you'll see the kids who come and they're like 16, 17, then next thing they're 20 years old a few years later, and it's so lovely. And that's lovely, so I don't mean that, but you do get the serial offenders on the guest list, people that ask you questions. Now, basically, it's not just the guest list, but it's really, some people ask a lot. They don't realise, basically, playing and singing, and what I do, singing and playing the saxophone, leading the band, trying to organise it, it's a lot. Plus, I've got a family to run, and yet the barrage before an important gig comes up, it's unbelievable. And I believe it's gotten a little worse because music now is viewed at a lot of the time as a free commodity with all the Spotify and the YouTube and all this kind of thing. People can get it for nothing, and the culture seems to be certain people just want to walk into a gig for nothing. The point is, with a gig, the venue needs every penny it can get in order to keep the venue going, to pay the rent, the staff, let alone pay us, and money's tight out there, so we do need that. Now, if someone's in genuine need, which I've, come across this several times, I'm the first person to let them walk in the door. I says, please come in. I know you're a little, and these aren't the people I'm talking about, but you do get the persistent half dozen people who really do this, and it gets absolutely epidemic. Ronnie Scott's Our Run at Christmas Time. I will get texts, emails, and it drives me absolutely mad. In fact, what we've christened it is the pest list. It's the pest list. So, example, I'll get a Facebook message or an email or whatever, even a call if I've been silly enough to give somebody my number. It'll say, we've called up the venue and it's sold out. Anything you can do? Well, point one, right? If it's sold out, what can I do? What can I do? Really, the point is, you should have booked earlier. It's not my fault, and it's almost put on me. I mean, I would never imagine, right, calling up one of my idols, or somebody like Frank Sinatra I was fortunate enough to see. If I'd gotten Frank Sinatra's hotel number and said, "Oh, Mr. Sinatra, I want to see you at the Albert Hall tonight, but it's sold out. Anything you can do?" What I mean? Can you get me a table, Frank? Can you take care of it? I mean, now I'm not putting myself up right on the level of any of those people, but the same rules apply. It's annoying, and it's a sort of a drain on energy for some reason. Or the other one is well, we've called up the venue and there's no tables. Any chance you can get us a table? Sure, yeah, I'll get you a table. Well, you want me to build you one? I'm a carpenter. Yeah, I'll get a few hammers and nails, and some wood, and I'll knock you up a table. There you are. Put it there. If the venue's sold out, my point is, it's actually sold out. I'll also get the people who text me during a gig, thinking I'm going to be on my telephone or checking my phone when I'm at work constantly. No, I don't do that. I've got 100 things to think about. I got the band to think about. I got the, people I need to meet to think about. The musical program to think about. Down in a few scotches to think about, right? A little bit of relaxation time. And no, you'll get the messages pinging through on Facebook. Oh, there's the good example is, we're outside. There's four of us. Say it's Ronnie Scott's or another venue. We're outside. There's four of us. Can we come in? Can you just come up and get us in? I've actually had that, believe it or not. Now that's just, it's so, expect me to walk right away up the stairs from the dressing room, usher people in front of all the paying customers. I mean, it's just the unawareness of this guest listing is quite bizarre. And like I say, as I've spoke to so many of my colleagues about it, it's very much, you get the same sort of repeat offenders who want to do this. And it's quite a bizarre sort of thing, because I would think, well, if you really want to hear the music, or any art form, to be honest, then you've got to be prepared to put your hand in your pocket, open up your wallet, get your card out, your cash, and you've got to pay for it. It's so important because it keeps the whole thing alive. And the people who expect just to swan in for nothing and get freebies, they're not really supporting the music. And I don't understand it. I mean, there's other situations where I've put two people on the guest list and they've asked me and I've relented, and not people I really know. Maybe on Facebook, can we come in? Boom, boom. It's sold out, and okay, I'll do what I can, and I'll try to get you in. So I'll put them on the door. Next thing, they turn up with 4, 5 people. So I'm looking like an idiot in front of the person taking the money, and I'll always try my best to do it. But I just find it's a bit of advantage taken here with the guest list. And as I've said, we've actually christened it the pest list, and as I said earlier in the program, I am going to get a few artists on that have moaned to me in private about it, and I really hope I can get them to share their experience of the guest list as well, and the way people actually just want to come in. I mean, I love playing, and the lads that I work with love playing as well. We love performing for people. We really love to leave people feeling happy. And it's such a great pleasure to be able to do what we do, to walk on the stage and do that. But it takes work. It takes work from the musicians are highly skilled and they're talented and they've practiced. And, myself, I still practice daily on my vocals and my saxophone or whatever. And to be honest, you just can't expect people, you can't expect to swan in for free on a venue. And also it's kind of harassment a little bit, because that's fine, I get bothered by it. And the problem with me is I do tend to respond, and I shouldn't. I should just really say, no, it's really full up, or I'm sorry, but this year we have a policy where there isn't any guests, because I do find any venues I get that I'm starting to play now, it's becoming like, a real sort of epidemic thing that people want to swan in. And it's not just in England. I get it in abroad as well. I can't get away from it. Now we go out to Italy, we say do the Blue Note. There's one guy, of course I won't say his name, I'm not like that. He's an elderly gentleman, let's put it that way. And every year at this club in Milan, the guy expects to come in for nothing, honestly. And I think he's got a few bob as well. And he actually sends me a text, because he's got my number from many years ago, and he calls and emails the venue. So the venue manager comes up and says, Ray, look, it's him again, and he wants 4 people in for nothing. And it's a real problem, and the same people who do that will tend to gate crash in the dressing room as well, while we're trying to have a little bit of peace and quiet. Anyway, that's my rant about the guest list. And we hope you continue listening to Gelato's Parlour. I really enjoy doing these. And in time, we're going to have some very, very special guests on, very interesting people, some characters, where we're going to have, I don't like to use the word interview, we're going to have a nice conversation, so we're going to keep it varied and whatever. Please continue listening, and do leave a little rating on iTunes if you can, and a little review of this. But you take good care of yourselves. Until next time, keep well.
Well, don't you want a little
See you very soon. This is Ray signing out.